Hello, and welcome to my craft room. I'm Donna. I'm a yarn addict, and it has been 2 weeks since my last video. For those who are wondering how Harley is, here he is. There you go. He's doing just fine. He's been identifying as a dust bunny here lately and been hanging out under my bed. But right now he's in my craft room hanging out with me. Yeah, you still hang out with me, but he spends a lot of time under the bed here lately. He just picks his spots and that's where he's hanging out. And right now it's under the bed. Well, this video is about the update on the make-along I was doing with Robin from Robin's Flying Crochet, where we were making a hat and scarf set, at least one per month. So I'm just going to jump into showing you. I made this hat along with the scarf. And then the scrap hats. Here's a blue one. And this has got purple and blue and lavender. I thought those would go good together. That was this month's. And then here I've got one made of chunky yarn along with that's more chunky yarn. And then I had some scarfy. In fact, I've got several made of scarfy. This particular one I did with a couple of rows of camel stitch to finish it. And then this one, I put it in a bag. I had some leftover Christmas yarn, and I did an experiment with the camel stitch. It looks almost like a knit hat. The ends are loose because I didn't figure out exactly what I was doing till later. And then I did, are you wanting down, dear? I did a corner to corner scrap. I thought that would go good with the Christmas hat. It'd be almost like Christmas lights to go with that one. And this was some scrap yarn, not scrap yarn, it was millions I got at Joann's, and a scarf to go along with it, just a regular old plain scarf. And here's that other scarfy yarn one. It just has the regular brim, and there's the scarf to go with it. And then here's, I did a granny square hat. No, that might have been a V, yeah, that's a V-stitch hat. And then I did a V-stitch scarf to go with it. And that's the updates of my hats. All the rest you've already seen. And here's a new one I made. And I finished my Carrazza shawl. This was my latest one. And that's only 4 minutes. I've got time to show you some of my whips. I've had a little bit, oh, there's one thing I want to share with you first. I had a fangirl moment this week. My very first podcaster I ever subscribed to was Zelda NRJ3, and she commented on one of my videos this week. I was I was over the moon happy. At first I was just watching tutorials and I come across hers, and I just fell in love with her. I love her to pieces. And a lot of other people do too. But when I first started watching her years and years and years ago, she didn't have as many as nearly as many as she has now. But Z, I love you. Hug, hug, hug. Mwah. Okay, thank you, Z. Making me happy. I've had a little bit of Project ADD along with a little bit of OCD. And basically, that means that I've had a bunch of different projects, active projects, not just things stuck in a bag. I've actually been working on, because I can work on something for a little bit, I get bored with it, and then I move on to a different project. So I've been having fun. But the OCD comes in when I find a project I like this. I've made about 3 or 4. I have to make at least 3 of something if I really like it. I think I've made I know I've made at least 3, maybe 4, and I've got one. She has a colorful version of this shawl, and I have one of those on the go. I've never showed it to you, and you probably won't see it till I'm about finished with it. But another thing I did and I liked that I made at least 3 of them. I only have 2 of them in here. The other one's in my bedroom. Is this fidget? Well, that's proof I did one. And here's a different one. You could probably see it better. It's a Mobius fidget toy. What it is basically you take it from the middle and you just pull on it and 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 pull on it, and you just keep going. You just keep pulling and keep pulling. It never ends. Kind of looks like that when it's not flattened out, but I flattened it out for storage. Made 3 of those. And then I came across another pattern. They called it a fiddle ball, like fidget fiddle. Now, if you made it out of cotton, in fact, I'm going to show you the cotton one first. You could use this to make a bath scrubby, but it doesn't pull. You can just mess around with it and play with it, but it doesn't pull like the other ones. But I like the way it looked, and it's fun to play with. So I had to make 3 of them. So here are my other 2. I thought it'd be good for in this bright colored yarn. It reminds me of Ashley at Stitching Ain't Easy. I always think of her when I've got this kind of yarn. And then the same pattern with that, she had it to where you could make it around a hair tie. And then here's that. It's big. It's fun. You can do all that playing with it, but you can also open it up and just have it on your arm to play with and fiddle with. I thought that was cool. I may keep this one because I just like it. Now I'm going to have to turn around. I wasn't expecting to show you all this other stuff. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not ignoring you. Oh. Now, I told you the other week about, whoops. That was defeating the purpose of wearing this. Anyway, I told you about Rich Textures Crochet. Well, she had a hat thing going last month, and now she's got a tote bag tutorials going on this month. She's wanting to put out one every week, and here was the first one. I've got stuff in it. I really like that. But I finished the baby blanket, that I was working on last time. So that's the end of that. And then while I was watching Z, she was talking about a hat by John Boy Crochet, and it's with a half double crochet herringbone, but this is all in one piece. It's knit from side to side. It starts out with single crochets, then he does the herringbones, and then a couple single crochets at the end. And this right here is even made all in one piece. And then he puts a drawstring in it. There's my drawstring, and closes it up. You've got all in one piece with a pom-pom on top. I didn't enjoy the half double crochet herringbone, so I don't know that I'll make another one of these, but I might take this idea, make it a pom-pom, and use it with a different pattern. So thank you, John Boy. And then here's another hat with Chunky. That'll make somebody nice and warm this winter. And then I was making those scrap hats, and here's one in green. This makes me think of Jane from Scraptastic Yarn, because I know she loves green. And then here's another brown hat, just like the one I'm wearing. I'll probably have enough brown for another hat. And then I made a pink hat. And then my second husband, he loved to crochet, and he had I still had some of his yarn, and he made a bunch of blankets using this color combination. So I used that to make a hat, thinking about him. I'm thinking about sending that to my son, so I'm going to keep that separate. And then another one was scraps. This was variegated scraps. I like that one, and it was long enough to fold. Okay, that's all the hats I have to show. So let me put these back up in here. Now I'm going to show you one more thing. It was an experiment because it's still in one of my bags. I'm working on a Kriya shawl. It's also by Tina. And I had that idea along with a video from Fiber Spider plus another V-stitch shawl, because I wasn't liking the curve of the Kriya shawl. I like some of it, but I don't like all of it. So I made this. Fiber Spider has make a goiter or a gaiter out of any shawl pattern. So I just played around with my scraps and made this, where it's all in one piece, and it just goes around your neck like that. There you go. Yeah. The experiment didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but it worked out to make something, so I was happy about that. There. I probably won't make 3 of these because I didn't really enjoy it. But I am really enjoying the, excuse me, the hat pattern from Rich Textures Crochet. It's single stitch. This is just a single stitch. But I love the way it's constructed at the top to where it's all in one piece and easy to gather up there. I'll probably make a bunch more of these for as long as I have scraps. And like I showed you I had a solid. And this right here, the experiment was camel stitch, and back loop half double crochet. I've got two of them going because I'm using two different yarns. One was too dark and I really couldn't see how it was coming out, and I didn't think it'd show up good, so I made one in silly me, put a variegated yarn where it's not really showing up the way I'd like to, so I'm going to have to make another one to in a lighter color to show up better. Yeah. Well, anyway, I've been keeping busy, and Harley's been keeping busy, and I hope y'all been keeping busy and finding your happiness and keeping hold of it. I'm gonna have to get off here. My neck's starting to bother me. Yeah, and I've been going over 15 minutes, so take care of yourself, keep safe, and continue to love another, love one another. Until next time, bye.